the signs of a highly sensitive child? Today, I'm going to take you through the signs, how to help them and what it means. ADHD and autistic kids share similar traits, so the tips and tools that I share today are going to help them too. If you don't know me, I'm Natasha Grays. I'm a sensory-friendly designer and a sensory integration facilitator. I'm also a parent with lived experience, and I share tips and tools to help make life easier and smoother for you and your child. If you want more information on these things, please hit subscribe. In this video, I'm going to share 4 ways that you can help support your sensitive child. But first, I'm going to share how you can spot a sensitive child and how they might experience life. So how can you tell if your child is highly sensitive? Well, there are 3 ways. The first one is they can really pick up on how people are feeling. You might smile and look happy from the outside, but they can tune in to how you're feeling inside. They're deeply sensitive to that. Secondly, is they process things really deeply. So any external factors like light, sound, smells, they experience those really deeply. And they feel everything really deeply. So they're highly receptive. They notice every little thing. You might be walking down the street and they'll notice a tiny little flower popping out from a brick that most people would just walk by and not notice. They'll really appreciate like a really beautiful piece of art, or they'll also watch a film that has a really sad ending and experience deep sadness that's really hard to get over for them. They really feel things so strongly. They're also really sensitive to noise and overwhelming situations, whether it's outside the home or inside the home. So for example, school, a supermarket, a busy playground, and when they come home, if there's clutter or disorganization, that makes them feel really anxious and overwhelmed as well. So what does all this mean? About 15 to 20% of the population are highly sensitive. It doesn't define your child's whole personality. It's just one factor. And it's not a negative thing. It's actually, I think you should see it as a bonus, because highly sensitive people are so attuned to the world around them. And they often go into really wonderful careers where that characteristic is really needed. So it's something to nurture and just be aware of instead of think of as a disability or a negative. So here are 4 ways to support a highly sensitive child. Number 1, create a cozy nook. What do I mean by that? So a cozy nook is a safe place to retreat. So when they've been at school all day in a noisy environment, or they might have been to a supermarket or a busy play area or a party, that kind of high activity, high visual, high noise situation can make them want to retreat from the world and escape from that chaos. And what they really can benefit from is a space at home, whether it's in their bedroom or in a quiet space in the home, where there's a beautiful cozy chair or some lovely floor cushions or a cozy beanbag to retreat to. And that space is really about letting your child choose what goes in. So a lovely cozy blanket or a weighted blanket, some comforting items like their favorite cuddly toy, maybe some coloring books, some headphones if they like listening to music or white noise, to just recover from that nervous system fight or flight mode. Screens are a no-no for this recuperation time. It's all about just having that gentle environment around them to soften and bring them back to a place of calm. Tip number 2, movement. So when I talk about movement, this isn't just about fitness. Movement is so helpful for building confidence in sensitive children, resilience, and building emotional regulation skills. So it could be a walk in the park and some time spent in nature, which is really healing. It could be after school, or it can be a place at home, a dedicated or adaptable space for exercise or movement, like an exercise mat or a gymnastics mat, just to move, to dance, to stretch, and to really get that movement going. It's really going to help them. Tip number 3, water. So there are several ways to incorporate water into your sensitive child's day. It might be having a glass of water. It might be getting back home from somewhere that's been really overwhelming and asking them if they'd like to take a shower or a hot bath. Water is really soothing and restorative. If they have a bath, it would be nice to have it by candlelight if it's, evening time. And adding a few drops of essential oils could be really healing as well, like chamomile or lavender. Also, a walk by water can be really healing. So if you're near a lake or the seafront, that could be a really lovely way of soothing their system. It actually lowers the parasympathetic nerve, which is responsible for calming the nervous system. Water is a great tool for calming a sensitive child when they've been in a really overwhelming environment. Tip number 4, the home environment for highly sensitive kids is a safe space. It's where they go to escape the chaos of the outside world. And because they're so highly attuned, it needs to be a place that is very soft and gentle on their nervous system, a sensory friendly space, if you will. Because they're so highly attuned, they pay more attention to their environment, and it's really important to have a space or to have your home that is decluttered, that is very simple, that's not full of excess decor, busy colours, lots of visual noise, because that to them causes overwhelm and anxiety. When there's clutter and chaos, whether it's in the hallway or the kitchen or their bedroom, it spikes up their anxiety, makes them feel very disorganized, disorientated, and more reliant on mum and dad for holding things together. By using simple design, gentle colours, maximising storage and minimising visual clutter, it gives highly sensitive kids a feeling of safety. It makes them feel calm and secure. I worked with a really lovely client recently, and her son was 11, he had ADHD, and he used to come back from school absolutely overwhelmed and had almost daily meltdowns. So his mum created a cozy nook in his bedroom, lovely soft beanbag. He had his favourite blanket, which was like a faux fur one, quite heavyweight, so it was like a weighted blanket. He had his favourite cuddly toy from when he was really little, and a few fidget items. And within a week, he was coming home, and without any kind of prompting, he was going straight to his cozy nook, and he was just sitting there and just allowing himself to decompress from the day at school, all of that noise, the unpredictability of the school environment, the smells, the requests for him to do things that he didn't necessarily want to do. And he became so much more regulated. The meltdowns massively eased, and he just became calmer. And within that 20 minutes where he was kind of spending in that cozy nook, he would completely reset. And then once he came out of there, he was ready to continue with his day, whether that was having a chat with mom, playing football in the garden, or even starting his homework. So a cozy nook is such an amazing tool for children, whether they're highly sensitive, neurodiverse or not, because it gives them a space after school or after a very overwhelming environment to just reset their emotions and get back to a place of calm and connection with the rest of the family. There are lots of ways to support highly sensitive or neurodiverse kids using sensory focused design and science-backed routines and rituals that really work. If you're interested, I'm doing a webinar soon to support parents of kids that are sensitive or neurodiverse to bring these tools and tips into their homes. So watch out for a post which will be coming soon with a link to that webinar. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.